Welcome to Pets and People. I'm Catherine Steinke, Behavior Program Manager at Willamette Humane Society. And with me in the studio today is Mandy Boyer, Humane Educator. We're going to be talking today about all of the family-friendly youth programs, including exciting summer camps, birthday parties, and Humaniteens. We've got some super exciting and novel camps coming up this summer, and you'll get details and registration information. And don't miss our pet parent tip, where I'll share practical advice for helping prevent dog bites and teaching children to read canine body language. It's time for Pets and People at Willamette Humane Society. Hi Mandy, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited that you're here.
Oh, thank you for having me, Catherine. I'm excited to be here.
So how long have you been at Willamette Humane? You've been there
a little over 2.5 years. Okay. It'll be 3 years this November, so that's awesome.
Is humane education new to you? Was this a new role in your life?
This is a new role in my life. I actually am a certified K-9 teacher.
Okay.
So I've had my teaching license for just over 17 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So a lot of experience.
Yes, and a lot of subbing and some full-time teaching. And since my kids are high schoolers, it was time for me to go back to work full-time because they don't need me as much.
Right. Well, since you've started there, you've brought a tremendous number of variety of programs to Willamette Humane. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the different things that you do?
We're trying to make sure that we can hit the desires and needs of the community that we serve. And so we do humane education in schools, where I go and do presentations there. We also have tours. Tours are fun, where you can get some hands-on interaction with.
Tell us a little bit more about the tours, because I think we have some video of that. So someone can schedule a tour with you and come in and actually get to go behind the scenes at the shelter?
Yes. So they'll get to a guided tour of the shelter. They'll get to meet the dogs, the cats. We tell them all about how the shelter works, and then we'll pull out a dog for them to visit with, kitties for them to pet. Sometimes it does lead to adoptions, so that's cool.
That's never bad.
Birthday parties totally rock.
Nice.
I get to live vicariously through other people's small children. And we do cat or dog themed parties. And they get a tour with that and a craft or activity and an animal interaction.
How exciting. I would have loved to have that kind of a birthday party when I was a kid, because weren't we all just animal crazy?
I know, right? I would have done it for my kids. Oh. Less stress for me, because I set up, I clean up, and everything's done. You just show up with your cake and have fun.
That's fantastic.
It's totally awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go meet some animals! But this gives you the name of the dog. Cats have these two. The breed, the family rating, the age, the weight, the adoption fee, and why they're here. So Odie came to us as a stray. Gypsy was an Oregon Terrier. They were moving. When they were moving, they did not allow Staffordshire Terriers. So we had a purebred boxer, and a lady got on my case when I was taking a group like you guys through. I was talking about the boxer, and she was upset that we would have pit bulls for adoption. And I said, no, this is a boxer, this is a pitty mix, sweetest dog ever. Oh my gosh, I loved her. I would have taken her home. So this lets us know, open paw. He can't do playgroup because he is being treated for whipworm. He's out on the adoption board. Cute. And when we do the little dogs, we pick them up, we hug them and squeeze them, and oh, you're so cute. They don't like that. And so sometimes they tell you with the nip or a bite. I have a couple favorite kitties in the shelter. She is one of them. How old is she? So she came in on the 20th of March.
The 24th?
Looks like. Yes. So she came in, she served stray time, she came to us as a stray. So if we get a stray animal, 5 days with ID, 3 days without. And that's 5 open days. So it doesn't count the days that were closed or the initial day they come in. So it gives us time to find the owner. If the owner doesn't claim their animal in the amount of time they have, then that cat or dog becomes ours.
Yeah, I want to look.
And we find it a new home. Sometimes people get mad, but
Stand on that.
And was she straight?
What question you did?
I've been scared, and that would have just been a whole nother nightmare, huh?
I busted on little mom. Mom.
Yeah, and on a bigger scale, we have camps available.
Yes, and I'm totally pumped for your camps, especially your Catapalooza camp.
I'm excited too. I was actually a little bit surprised about the response that I got when last year for the first time, we did a multi-species camp for the kids who are middle school and up. And so we did 2 days of working with dogs, 1 day of working with cats, and then 1 day at Cockatoo Downs.
I remember that.
Working with birds. Yeah, very exciting, and a horse out there as well. Super exciting. We're going to offer that camp again 2 times this summer, labeled under multi-species for middle school and high schoolers. So for the Catapalooza camp, the cats were so well received during the multi-species camp that we did that we asked Kristen Shreve to come back. She is a feline behavior researcher at OSU, and she did a fantastic job with the kids with that 1 day segment, and she said she wanted to do a 5-day cat camp. So Catapalooza was born.
Well, I think that's awesome because people don't realize that cats can be clicker trained.
They can,
and I
absolutely.
think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's super exciting. They respond very well. They might be motivated by different things than dogs, but they can absolutely be trained. And so that's super exciting to bring that. And like I said, she's just really wonderful with the kids, fantastic. And then this year we're offering 2 brand new camps for the middle schoolers and potentially high schoolers as well. They can both be involved in the Bring a Buddy camp. So this is the first year that we're allowing the kids to bring in their family dog.
See, I think that's awesome. That's an awesome
right?
idea.
So we're going to have the kids bringing in their own pet and work on those relationships and improving that bond that they have. And then at the end of the week, they're going to do a contest or a performance really for the families so they can all come in and see what the kids and dogs did together all week.
That's awesome.
Really excited. And then participating in all of the camps, we have humane leaders. So a new camp that I have for high schoolers, lots of people asked me last year, can you do a camp more for the high school aged kids? And so we put together the Humane Educators Leadership Camp for teens. And so those kids will get leadership training, learn how to provide positive coaching, and then they'll get to influence and participate in each of the camps. They have to commit to at least one of the camps to work with the younger kids during the year, which is not unlike the club that you have. So we'll segue back to that in a second, but
right.
I want to hear more first. Let's go back to your camps because you have quite a variety of camps for the kids that are younger.
Yeah, so we have for 1st through 5th graders, we've actually only chosen 2 themes this year, but they're very popular themes. One is Pokemon, which is a play on Pokemon. So instead of battling our Pokemon, we're actually going to create our own Pokemon cards with different pets.
Oh my goodness.
And they're going to level them up by teaching them different tricks, different things that they can do, and train their pets to get higher cards so that when they do competitions, their dog might have a better sit and stay than somebody else's Pokemon.
I love it.
I'm really excited.
So the kids are going to get to work with pets during the camp? And what ages is that for?
1st through 5th grade, so from about 8 years old to 10, 11.
Exciting.
And it's awesome. We have farm animals that'll be coming for that camp, and for Stray Wars, because Star Wars is really popular now.
Stray Wars.
And it's going to focus on kindness and compassion and loving those animals that, a lot of people don't really care for. Like, I'm not a big spider fan, but I'm not going to go and just smash them anymore. I actually put them outside because they serve a purpose. And so we're trying to teach the kiddos how to
just embrace differences with animals and people,
Right.
and just have compassion for everybody straight across the board.
Right. That really is the essence of humane education. That's the
It
whole
is.
point, isn't it? Is right that we're all here together. So let's be peaceable and live
Exactly.
peaceably with everyone around us, including our animals.
And then we've got, for the first time, we have some preschool camps. So
Right.
3 through 6-year-olds.
And didn't I see that one of those had already filled or nearly
Well,
filled?
one is full, 2 are half full, and they're filling
Wow.
fast. Didn't
Wow.
realize there was such a need for preschool camps.
Apparently.
But apparently there is.
Super
So
exciting
we're
for
really
us.
happy to offer that, and I'm totally pumped. We're doing a Paw Patrol theme.
Oh my goodness.
So it's so cute. I'm so
That is-
excited.
I'll bet. Yeah, I was
pumped.
excited when I went and I looked at the registrations and I went, oh, well, that one's already full already. And camps are not until this summer. But
I know that one camp, when it was put on Facebook, went viral and reached millions of hits.
why do you think that was?
I have no clue, but it totally rocked.
Right? Like, we're not going to ask the questions. We're
We're
just
not
going to
gonna
go.
ask.
We're just going to go with
We're
it.
just happy.
So the message is, don't delay. Get registered now. Go to our website at WHS for Pets and look for Humane Educate. What's it under? Under Services.
Under services, you'll go to Humane Education, and then you'll see Camp Papa, or you'll see
The youth. They're labeled youth
They're
camps
labeled youth camps now.
for the
So
older
you
kids.
can get all of the camp information and register.
Yeah.
But we do fill it fast, so.
Yeah, registration's all online, which makes it super easy. They can pay by PayPal or credit card and just get
Makes
it
it
done.
a lot
Yeah,
easier.
super. That's fantastic. So some of the other things that you do besides camps, birthday parties, you actually will go out into the community and do some outreach and education in the community, right?
We do. I use my Humane-a-Teens. They're a teen group. They're ages 12 to 18. These are teens that really want to volunteer at Humane Society, but they can't commit to the 2 hours a week for the 6-month commitment, especially if they're that 12 to 15 age where they have to have a parent with them. This allows them to come to the meetings, do some kennel buddy time. We plan for outreach events. So they're getting leadership and in interactions with people and speaking skills
Yeah.
and all sorts of things. And they share the importance of spay neuter, you know, our philosophy for a Humane Society.
Right.
They really spread Humane-a-Teens. And our group, when we first started, I think we had four kiddos, and we're at almost 30
Wow.
now.
Yeah.
So
And-
it's a
and they're a
huge
great,
group.
They're a great bunch of kids. They helped out when we had the behavior and training open house. You guys stepped up and
They loved doing that.
Oh
they
my
love
gosh.
doing stuff like that.
They were incredible,
awesome.
serving cake, helping out with the dog tricks, doing paw painting. They were just fantastic, every single one of them. I just wanted to take them all home.
I know.
They're just-
I love them. They're awesome.
yeah, they clearly love you too. I mean, you guys have a great thing going on there. That's really incredible.
They're probably one of my favorite things about my job is working with the teens.
Yeah,
So that's pretty awesome.
Good
Just
group.
seeing them grow,
yeah,
you know, and step out of their shells and be the ones to go and, oh, let me tell you about this kitty.
right,
Right? That's awesome.
Yeah,
Before
very
they'd be
exciting.
like, I don't want to say nothing.
right. Getting those personal skills and
know, it's
strengthening
awesome.
that. Yes,
love that.
fantastic. So then you also go out into the schools and you do some education about pet care and dog bite prevention.
We do. I go into the schools and we talk about responsible pet ownership, things, you know, pets need, that every pet needs 9 things to be happy and healthy. And we sometimes talk about careers or things like that. But the biggest thing is we talk about pet safety, about any pet, but we really, really focus on dog bite prevention.
Right. It's so important, and I think in my role, I end up working with a lot of people after the fact.
Right.
As behavior program manager, I do private consultations where we're dealing with conflicts often related to aggression or fear, and usually it boils down to a lack of understanding about the dog and what his needs are, and understanding dog body language.
Exactly.
So actually that's a nice segue to our pet parent tip for the week. And our pet parent tip this week has to do with dog body language and understanding about the family dog. We're going to show a video here in a moment that's called it's by a group called the Family Dog, and the video program that they have is called Stop the 77, and that refers to the 77% of all dog bites to children are by a family pet. And so it's not the neighbor's dog, it's not a loose dog, it's by a dog that's in the home. And what happens is that there's just a complete misunderstanding, and I think to a large extent it's the fault of the media, in that we've dichotomized dogs. We've said that they're either Cujo or Lassie, and that's who they are
Exactly.
in character, and it's not the case. They're not just one or the other. What we have is an opportunity to recognize the dogs as an individual and understand that they
Right.
are emotional, they are intelligent, they have needs, and they will express them if we will just stop long enough to listen.
Exactly.
And so it's about educating the families, educating the children to read that dog body language. And I often liken it to, if you've had, well, we never have stressful days at work because our jobs are amazing. But
course not.
if you're a normal person working in any other organization, you might have a bad day.
That's right.
And you've had a bad day at work. Maybe you get a ticket on the way home, or and then you spill the milk and at the counter, and then your spouse walks in the door, and you just light into them for really no reason except that your stress level has climbed to the top.
Exactly.
And we call that trigger stacking. And any one of those things is not going to cause a problem, but when you layer them all together, it can cause a problem. And dogs are the same way. They have different little triggers that maybe won't spike them over the top to where they feel a need to defend themselves or to be snarky, if you will, in any way, or snappy. And yet then all of those triggers stack together, and one day they just can't handle it anymore. And so we're going to watch this video, Stop the 77, and you're going to see the same scenes 2 different times. The first time is from the perspective of the child in the relationship, and then the second time through is the perspective of the dog. And when that's over, we'll come back and talk about it.
I was like most kids, crazy about dogs. Every night I dreamed I would have my very own. And then one day, he came, and I loved him. We were partners. We did everything together. I helped make his dinner, I always gave him his favorite treats, and I even taught him how to sit. And wow, the adventures we had. We were doctors, sailors, cowboys, and princesses. We had the most awesome times. Best friends forever. He was always there for me, and I loved him so much. I don't know what happened.
Everything I knew had changed, and I was part of a whole new family now. But boy, she was fun, and I knew she loved me. So I let her hug me, lay on me, and pick me up, even though I really didn't like it. I did my best to be good, even when she put her hands in my food, and teased me with my bone, or maybe do things I didn't want to. That swing was scary, so I held on tight. I tried to say I didn't want to be the patient, or the sailor, or the horse. I even asked the grown-ups for help, but nothing. I was saying it as loud as I could, but it was like no one could hear me. I kept telling her with my eyes, my face, my whole body. But she wasn't listening. I didn't mean to hurt her. I just wanted to make it stop.
And then it happened.
And
We never saw each other again.
77% of dog bites come from the family dog or a friend's dog. It's not for lack of love, it's for lack of understanding. And children are the most at risk. Together, it's a number we can change. So join us at stopthe77.com and learn the fun ways to teach your kids to stay safe around the dogs they love.
So that's kind of sobering and difficult to think about the actions of the family who just in ignorance were not reading the very easy to read signals once you can see them. And so the stressful look on the dog's face, the whale eye, the closed mouth, the head turn away, all of these things indicating the dog needed more space and he needed a moment. And so if we don't listen to those subtle signals, the dog feels like he has to escalate. So you will listen. And I always say I love a growling dog because
I know, right? People will respect a growl.
They hear it and they respond to it, or
Exactly.
they'll call in. They say, my dog snapped at my kid. I'm like, yay! Didn't make contact. I'm all about it because you didn't miss that one, did you?
Right.
Now let me dial back and teach you what else you need to know. And so we have resources on the website that I'm really excited to share because we have a playlist on our YouTube channel under created playlists that is canine body language. We also have some family dog manners and some safety with children, dog bite prevention, safety with children videos that are up there that I'm really excited to be able to share.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've actually watched a couple of them, and the training videos for the dog walkers.
Right.
Yeah, I've watched those too.
Yeah, we've done a lot too.
YouTube is awesome. I love going there because I can just sit and watch.
Yeah, I think if you watched all of the videos that we have up for education and entertainment on our Willamette Humane YouTube channel, you'd be there a while.
Oh
We
yeah,
have
there's a lot.
Hundreds of
a
videos
lot.
there. It's a great way to get good information easily, cheaply, and from the comfort of your armchair. You don't have to go
Exactly.
anywhere.
Exactly.
But if you're wanting a little more personalized attention, you can certainly give us a call, and I'd be happy to help you with any of the training involved to get those dogs to a little more safety.
Right?
Because it's often that people will call and they'll ask for help, and sometimes they think that this is it. This is the last moment that they have before maybe they're considering rehoming the dog or relinquishing him to the shelter. And a lot of times I can make a few simple management changes, like just changes in the way the dog's routine is, or help them thinking about giving the dog a safety place that he can escape to when his stress level is high. And
Right.
sometimes that's enough and it solves the problem, or helping the family read those stress signals. And we can bring a dog who is at this point only offering some air snapping or growling, and bring him to a more relaxed place just by
Exactly.
modifying a few things in the home, which is
Because ultimately we want to keep pets with their people.
That's
I
right.
mean, that would be our ultimate goal, is
Exactly.
for people to keep their pets.
it's kind of weird that what we'd really like to do is work ourselves out of a job.
I know, right?
Although we do so much with the kids, I think we're never
We
going
do,
to run
that's
out
right.
of. Yeah.
There will always be children,
Yes.
and there'll always be animals. So I
That's
think we're
right.
set.
I think we're set. I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. So,
It totally is awesome.
yeah, is there anything else? Like, tell us something, maybe one of your favorite stories about working with the kids at the shelter.
So one of the cutest stories is I was doing a birthday party, and when we do a tour, I always take out an adoptable dog or several kitties. And usually, I have my favorites, and I am like, oh, this is my favorite kitty this week. Oh, you love him or her. And so I'll pull them out, and there was a brother-sister set that was in there, and I pulled one out and let the kids love on him and stuff. And there was an adoption. The mom came to pick the kiddos up, and they're like, oh yeah, and they adopted it.
They took the cats?
They adopted the kitties. Sometimes
That's
from tours and birthday parties, they're like, I have to have this dog, or I have to have this cat, and they get adopted. That's totally
There's
awesome.
nothing wrong with
The
that.
adoptions and the, I got it,
Right.
those are the best things.
Right. When the kids are really connecting.
Just exactly, when they get it.
Right.
And what's really funny is the children get it so many times before the adults do.
Well, we have so many
You
filters,
know?
right? We
We
layer
do.
on barriers as we get older, and the kids are still so open
They
to new
are.
ideas and to making friendships. And
That's why they're a really good place to start with
yeah,
body language and how to read dogs, and they can help
Right.
spread the awareness of, I think your dog is a little stressed right now. I know that because I learned that from camp.
yay! I
Or
love it.
I learned that from the dog training class I took with my mom and my dog at the
Yeah.
Humane Society.
That's right. And this year,
You know?
the Bring a Buddy camp.
That's-
they're
I
gonna,
know,
they're going to
that's-
see it on their own dogs. Although I hope not to stress any dogs out, but
I know. That's
know,
going to
but
be
they're gonna
awesome
see-
because
yeah,
that's
it's
just going to spread,
Yeah.
spread the word that training for our pets is important.
yeah, for dogs and cats.
Exactly.
Yeah. You were talking about the adoption that happened because of the birthday party. I actually had that happen in one of my camps last year. One of the shelter dogs that the kids were working with, this little gal completely fell in love. And at the end of the camp, she begged her mom. She said, "Mom, can we please, please, please?" And I said, "I didn't do it. It wasn't."
I know, right?
I did not plant that, I promise.
I know.
It wasn't me, but it was a magical thing that happened between the child and the pet, and they did end up making the decision that they had the space and the time and could fill that pet's needs, and it was just a really cool
Awesome.
thing that happened. Yeah.
Those are happy stories.
Yeah, it's fun. But not every kid that I had last summer went home with a pet. Many of them managed to get home with just the pets they had at home, but they went home, I think, happier and had a real solid understanding of, at least in the camps that I did last year, of that the kind of training that we do.
They have a better understanding of skills and what it takes to be a good, responsible pet owner.
Right.
Which isn't just playing with your pet,
That's
but
right.
Training them, giving them food and water and vet care and all the stuff that goes with.
Right. There's so
having
much
a
more
pet.
to it.
There is a lot to owning
Yeah.
pets.
Right.
Even rabbits and guinea pigs and snakes. There's
Yeah.
a lot to owning them.
Right. They're not just an accessory.
Exactly.
They're living, breathing, whole creatures that we need to take care of. Yeah, awesome. Well, again, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.
Really
Thanks for
fun.
having me, Catherine. This was
really
fun.
fun having you here. And thanks to all of you for joining us on the show today. And I hope that you will find a way to play with your pets this week. And please visit us at Willamette Humane Society, where you can meet your #1 fan. See you next time.
Ready? Go. Yeah, sounds like that.
Hi, buddy. Hi, honey.